What's up, guys? How's it going today? Over the weekend, I got to spend a little bit of time with my older brother, Chad, and he's in the workshop working on something he's really passionate about, which is modding together action figures. He does paint jobs, very fine-tuning, high-detailed. He molds things together. He takes an existing action figure and turns it into something completely else. So, I captured a little bit of this on video. I just wanted to show you guys. It's so cool if you're creative like he is, to just see how some of this is done. What he ultimately does with these is he takes these action figures. He really focuses on Star Wars. He's a hardcore Star Wars nerd. And he puts them in front of a green screen and he does stop animation and he makes his own films with all these special effects. He's way better at video editing than I am. I'm going to drop a link to his Star Wars video, his most recent one, at the bottom in the description of this video. You guys would love to check it out, maybe if you have a chance to. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up now, and I'm gonna take you to the footage. There's a short segment to start off with, and then I'll come back and tell you guys about the next segment. And then here at the end of the video, I've got a couple things to tell you about the channel, things that are coming up. So check this out. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I just have all sorts of things.
Show me that one again.
What one?
Well, show me all these things that and the modifications you've made to them.
I don't know. Well, he started out like this, and I just took out the parts from this, just removed them, and then painted it. And then, instead of this being over here like that, I'm going to like glue it here so it looks like he's coming out here. And then another one I'm going to glue here so it look, you know, just to modify them a little bit.
Show me the shim line.
The shim line?
I've never even heard of a shim line.
The shim line, which you can't see on a, well, maybe you can.
I just want to see the potential.
Just like here, you can tell where, when this was at the factory, you can see where they pressed it together, because there's this little line right here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have to place that strategically, obviously. And that first one I didn't, but the second one I totally did, because it wasn't on my mind. But anyway, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of little things. Here's my weathering things. So that's what I'm applying here to make it look like it's been used instead of, you know, like here we're pristine and nothing on it yet. But when I get done with it, it's going to have a little more weathering marking like, you know, that.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll look, you know, like it's been through dirt. Like, this is tattooing, so I bought this for the sand. So I'm going to put sand on there. Like this from the factory has sand. So I'm just kind of going to do the same thing with these. This one will show up very well, but like the orange one's my favorite one right now. That was going to be my favorite.
Let's see your pride of the collection again.
Well, okay.
And the molds, there's so many cool things.
In the kitchen, it might fall apart, which I don't want to have happen. Oh, you can't really do much with it, but this has had a lot of my gray. So I just painted it and weathered it and, you know, painted the metal and steel and all that stuff and, you know, made it look a little more and
this one's still really in the works.
This is the last step. I've got this one with the milli put ready to secure that permanently, and then with the figure, his feet didn't go this far, so I moved this thing up further. So when it's finally done, you know, the figure will sit in there nicely.
And this will very likely end up in your Star Wars
This is the
film.
main swoop bike in my Star Wars film, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I really enjoy it. Chad's really enthusiastic when he tells me about this stuff, and I've been trying to encourage him to document some of the work that he's doing on these modding of these swoop bikes and other action figures, which we'll get to more of. In this next little short segment, he's going to actually show us how he actually like boils water, and then he actually creates these molds to pretty much reproduce like anything he could ever want when he's doing it. So I'm going to hop over there. I hope you guys enjoy this part as well.
So what I want to do, I'm going to make a mold and a casting of this little saddlebag type thing. And what I want to do is put it on a couple of these swoop bikes so that, you know, it just adds a little bit of interest and makes them a little bit different from one another. So in order to do that, what I have to do is boil water That's probably enough. And then I'll drop these blue stuff molding, and I use the hammerhead. You can see that that's hammerhead. Those of you that know Star Wars are going to understand and recognize that. So because I can reuse these over and over, I'm going to drop these into the pan. Probably throw a couple more of the blue sticks in there. And then I'll boil the water. Fit just right here. So there's 2 of these.
And that's a ball
behind here, right? So I didn't have to use a ton of clay and, you know, magic sculpt or whatever, epoxy sculpt. I just molded the seat around these. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of cool. Once they get really soft, which they're not yet. They're like in there though. And like aggregation with the universe, how the universe formed planets. It's funny how when you boil something, everything aggregates to the center and combines. It's kind of interesting. This is probably, yeah, it's malleable enough. Okay, so we'll take that out of the boiling water. We'll turn that down just in case we need to get back to it. So what I'll do is, it's super hot, but what I'll do is I'll just mash it together like this. I'll take 2 parts, like this, and I can see where that's still, you know, pretty. Try to square it up the best I can. I know we're running out of time here, so it's probably not soft enough to make a. So we'll just mash that down in there, and hopefully we get a nice little mold of this. And you know what? It's just not soft enough. It's not going to work very well.
But you put some time in it, and
so we got a little bit of a impression there. But what I will eventually do when I have more time is I'll make try to get this flat. Then I'll put little, you know, lines in there so it. I'll take a spoon, and what you do is you put little recess marks in there so that the mold will. When this one, you wait for this one to dry, and then you push this on top of it. So what it would do is encompass that whole thing, and then you have little nubs to, you know, make sure you line it up properly. But yeah, that didn't work out. I mean, it's just not soft enough. But I know we're pressed for time, so anyway, what I'll end up having is, like, you know, I can make countless numbers of these and put them wherever I see fit. On this little guy, I probably have them right here like that. And those will be paintable, and, you know, I'll make them like black or something, and it look like they belong there the whole time. So that's that.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
So I've got the.
Yeah, so that was cool. We didn't really give enough time for all the water to boil, and I think Chad maybe felt a little bit rushed, but I really want to encourage him to take some time and put together some videos. I hope you guys enjoy that. Maybe it's your thing, maybe not. But if you do enjoy it, make sure to throw a like. Maybe go check out his channel and just let him know that you think it's pretty cool too. Besides that, I got a lot of things coming up with the channel. We just hit daylight savings time, and there's been a lot of talks about getting rid of it, and I think I'm going to discuss that here sometime this week. I'm trying to adjust to it right now because I just lost an hour of sleep, and so did my daughter. Anyways, I hope you guys are dealing with daylight savings times well. I'm excited for the days to be longer, and it's kind of the sign that summer is coming, and so that's pretty cool. I love you guys, my friends, my viewers. I hope you have an amazing time. I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing today, and I hope that this video makes your day just a little bit better. Adios, amigos. We'll see you next time.